to bring Deborah up, and really we want to start moving to questions, but I want to quickly introduce Deborah Stevenson. Deborah Stevenson is an attorney. She's been very helpful as we've had conversations throughout the state, and parents are asking us some legal questions because of the commissioner's piece that 4 no's and then give them a letter saying that it's against the law and then leave them alone. And my parents are walking away. Jason Morris from New London walked out of there with his wife saying, did I just break the law? No, but I did what was right for my daughter. And so he's doing it again. But Deborah, I want you to join me for questions. So I think it's time. We want to say.
Well, I just want to make sure everyone understands the law in Connecticut right now. The State Department of Education may have adopted Common Core as its policy, but it has no authority to compel local boards of education to adopt Common Core. The statute actually reads that the local board of education has all of the authority and the obligation to review, recommend, and adopt all curriculum. So the parents have the power to effect change in their local school district, and the State Board of Education also has the power to reverse its decision. As far as opting out, all parents are obligated to protect their children. That is your inalienable right to protect your child. And under our current law, there is no statute that says one way or another whether a parent can opt out from a standardized test. But it doesn't say that it is precluded either. So I believe that the obligation of the parent to protect the child from harm trumps anything. And so if a parent does believe that a test or anything harms a child, that parent has the obligation to protect the child. And in this case, that means opting out.
I'd like to bring everybody up, and if you have questions, we'll certainly try to do our best to answer them.
So someone mentioned a memo or something from the State Education Department. Do you have a copy of that? And that's guidance on how to deal with parents who want to opt out?
Yes. Do you have a couple copies by the way?
And might I say, I think it's abhorrent for any government official to misinform about what the law is. I think that's reprehensible. And if that indeed is what is happening from the State Board of Education, to tell them the law says you cannot opt out, show me that law. Because if they can't show you that law, it does not exist. And if they're telling parents that it's the law when it isn't, then what kind of government are we running?
And how many parents have you interacted with who are up against want to opt their kids out that are facing trouble?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
On Saturday alone, there were over 200 parents, and we had to turn people away because the room only held 200.
Where were these people?
In Portland on Saturday at a seminar, forum. Last night we had 24 parents show up in the small town of East Haddam who want to opt their children out. There was another event held in Haddam last night that was filled with parents.
There are parents in New Milford, a whole group who's opting their kids out. There are pockets all over the state where parents are beginning to understand that they have a right. It's just a long process, and they're getting pushed back, as you can read, from many districts. So how many? There are hundreds, there may be more. But it's hard to tell because this is this comes from communities. It's from the ground up, and parents are just beginning to get aware of not only that they can opt out, but also they have big questions about the Smarter Balance testing. And so it's really a grounds up movement.
Can you just identify yourself?
My name is Mary Burnham.
Mary what?
Burnham is the way you spell it.
Burnham?
Like burnt ham, except without the T.
What town are you from?
I live in Newtown.